Well, it's more than just a pate at the Denver Audubon Society. It's a total hootenanny. And with me this morning is Kate from the Denver Audubon Society and Hannah with her Burrowing Owl. Nice to see both of you.
Hi, good morning.
This is really interesting. Tell me more about the Audubon Society of Greater Denver.
So we are a birding organization. We have a nature center at the south end of Chatfield State Park, and we offer lots of birding programs for all ages, as well as some other programs about local Colorado wildlife, ecosystem, summer camp. We have lots of different things that we do throughout the year.
Primarily, it's about education?
Yes, environmental education, and then also experiencing wildlife, experiencing the nature in your own backyard.
And the big event coming up September 26th, it's called the Hootenanny. Give me the details.
So the Hootenanny is our Owl and Bluegrass Festival. This is our 5th year, so we'll be welcoming Wild Wings environmental education with our live owls that they'll be bringing. So they're the stars, but we also have a number of activities for families to come and do. They can learn about owls, they can touch owl biofacts, they can dissect owl pellets, which is puke from owls.
To see what they've eaten, right?
Yep, and that's a very popular activity. Adults can do it too. It doesn't have to just be kids. And then we'll have owl crafts, and we'll also be welcoming a food truck this year, the Chibi Wibbits food truck, so that'll be a new addition. And then we have bluegrass music from Cold Town Reunion.
So you mentioned live owls will be on hand. What type of owls?
So it's just going to be Colorado owls.
Okay.
So we are featuring just the owls here in our own backyard to really educate people about who they might be seeing this fall when they're out in their neighborhoods.
And Hannah, educate us again on this burrowing owl. Tell me about it.
The burrowing owl is diurnal, meaning it's awake during the day, not at night. They live in abandoned prairie dog holes, hence the burrowing. And they're actually on the threatened list in Colorado due to urbanization and prairie dog control measures that don't really take their habitat into account.
I think it's interesting that they burrow, and I always thought owls lived in trees. Tell me about it, camouflage, the coloring. That has to help out a little bit, right?
Oh, absolutely. So they're found in the plains, you know, prairie dog holes. So if you see one of these guys, or a prairie dog farm from afar, if you get your binoculars out, you'll actually be able to see these guys bobbing up and down. They look a lot like prairie dogs, but
how do they find food?
So they'll actually draw dung to their burrows, to draw beetles into the burrows, to teach their young how to hunt, and kind of gardening in a sense.
Interesting. Well, one thing I learned earlier from her is this type of owl can make a rattlesnake sound to they protect themselves, right?
Yeah, that way if there's say a coyote walking by, they hear that rattlesnake sound and they're like, I'm not gonna mess with this guy.
Let's see if we can make him do ow, ow. Yeah, he's like, you're an old lady. You're not an owl. You're not a coyote. I'm not going to do it for you. And tell me, what types of things do they eat besides beetles?
So they'll eat grasshoppers, small rodents, so like mice, voles.
Wow.
Anything that looks good at the time.
How important is their hearing?
Extremely important. So sometimes you'll see her moving her head around like this, and she's trying to triangulate where a sound is coming from. They have excellent hearing.
Interesting. And what about eyesight? I know most owls are nocturnal, but since this one is up during the day, how different is the eyesight and how important?
So her eyesight is just as good as a nocturnal owl's. She sees 8 to 10 times better than we do.
Wow.
But her eyes are set in her skull, so another thing she's doing when she's moving her head around like that is trying to gain depth perception, because she can't roll her eyes around like we can.
Interesting. Wow. Yeah. Again, that's a burrowing owl found right here in Colorado. So Kate, we have a big party going on, the Hootenanny, September 26th.
Yes.
Just in case they're tuning in, give me all the details again.
So it's going to be at the Audubon Nature Center at Chatfield State Park. Tickets are available in advance. You can go to www.denveraudubon.org to purchase those, and we're going to have owl activities, live bluegrass music, food, owl crafts, owl merchandise for sale, and it's a fundraiser for our nonprofit organization. So we really appreciate anyone coming out that just wants to learn more about owls and celebrate the fall in a unique way.
And what if there is somebody watching and they think, that's a great hobby, I want to become a birder or a birdie? How do they do it with the Audubon Society?
So we have a number of free field trips that we offer throughout the Denver metro area. We also have paid field trips, classes. You can come volunteer with us. We have a lot of people that are interested in birding, but they're not really sure how to get started volunteering is a great way to do it. We also have a beginning birding class that runs every fall. So you can go out with some of the premier birders in Colorado, and they'll teach you everything you need to know about how to bird, what binoculars to use, what books to use.
Wow.
So it's a great way to get started with our organization if you're just not sure where to go.
And Hannah, give me a tip if I want to spot maybe a burrowing owl here in Colorado.
So I would go out to around Parker or Aurora, or I've seen a lot around Buckley Air Force Base, Pawnee National Grasslands. Again, you're going to look for the prairie dog
Holes. Right.
And look for these guys just bobbing like this.
Up and down, and you'll see them. So interesting. Well, thank you, ladies, very much. Great education here on Colorado and Company. The Hootenanny again is Saturday, September 26th from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. at the Audubon Center at Chatfield. If you'd like more information, then fly on over to denveraudubon.org. You can also follow them on Facebook at Audubon Society of Greater Denver, and of course on Twitter at Denver Audubon.